Good morning, students. So, today we will start the poem Florence Nightingale, composed by Emma Lazarus. This poem is about Florence Nightingale. Florence is a place in Italy, and Nightingale is a bird. So, this Florence Nightingale, the title is given to the lady who was a British nurse, and she was also considered as the lady with the lamp. Why? Because she had shown light to the people, those who were suffering. So this poem is based on the World War II, when there was Crimean War, and this lady came forward to help the people. She was also the founder of the modern nursing. So let's start the poem. Upon the whitewashed walls, a woman's shadow falls. A woman walketh over the darksome floors. A soft angelic smile lighteth her face the while in passing through the dismal corridors. So, in these lines, first two lines, the poet is saying that upon the whitewashed walls, the walls were all clear, and on those white walls a woman's shadow falls. Actually it is just the setup of the poem. There are no walls actually, but the poet is just saying that there were whitewashed walls and a shadow of a lady falls on those walls. A woman walketh over the darksome floors, and from there, over there, a woman was walking over that darksome floors. The floors were totally dark because of the suffering of the soldiers, those who suffered during that war. A soft angelic smile lighteth her face the while, and that lady, the lady was Florence Nightingale. There was a soft and angelic smile on her face, like, because there was a smile because she was there to help the people out, those who were suffering. Lighteth her face the while, and that's why there was a charm on her face. There was a smile, angelic, heavenly smile on her face, which was curing and which was very soothing for the soldiers who were suffering there in passing through the dismal corridors. And she was walking from there with a smile on her face through those dismal, sad corridors. Moving on to the next stanza. And now and then there slips a word from out her lips, more sweet and grateful to those listening ears than the most plaintive tale of the sad nightingale, whose name and tenderness this woman bears. And now and then there slips a word from out her lips. So now and then means she was continuously speaking something. Something was coming out from her lips, more sweet and grateful to those listening ears. And those who were listening those words were very grateful, because the sound which was coming out from her mouth was very soothing, was very comforting, was very supportive than the most plaintive tales of the sad nightingale. The words which she was speaking were more sweeter than the very, simple words of the simple songs of the nightingale. Nightingale bird is considered as the sweetest and the melodious bird, whose name and tenderness this woman bear. And see, as the nightingale bird was very sweet bird, it was considered as a sweet bird. This lady has got that kindness in her heart as that nightingale. Third stanza. Her presence in the room of agony and gloom, no fretful murmurs, no coarse words profane. For while the standeth there, all words are hushed save prayers. She seems God's angel weeping over man's pain. So, because her presence was there in the room where the soldiers were, they were injured and they were wounded, they were lying there in that room, her presence was very soothing. Of agony and gloom, there was all darkness, there was all sadness, but because of her presence, no fretful murmurs, no coarse word profane. But nobody was speaking any coarse, any rough words or any hateful words during her presence. For while she standed there, as she was standing there, all words are hushed. She kept everyone quiet. Only the prayers were said by her. She seems God's angel weeping over man's pain, and she herself was weeping to see the condition of the soldiers there. The last one. No monument of stone needs this heroic one. Her name is graven on each noble heart, and in all after years, her praise will be the tears, which at their name from quivering lids will start. So now the poet is saying that there is no need of any monument of stone or any structure of her many any monument for her, like there like any for heroes we used to make statues and monuments in their remembrance. So there is no need to make any remembrance for her, as her name is engraved on engraved graven here means engraved on the heart of the people, and in all after years her praise will be the tears. And whenever everyone or anybody would think about her, they will start weeping, there would be tears in their eyes, which at that name from quivering lids will start, and their eyes will shake, and out of their eyelids only the tear will start. That is the best remembrance one can have. I hope you understood the poem. If you have any query, you can put your question in the message box. Thank you, students.